Have you ever considered getting a foldable lately? Understandably, some of us might get deterred by the prices alone. Never mind the fact that most foldables offer flagship features ranging from design, cameras, and more. However, what if I told you that we got our hands on the most affordable one to date? Hi guys, it's CJ from Yugatech, and today we have the Infinix ZERO Flip up for review. If any viewers are curious about how the phone performs day to day, then sit tight, roll that intro. The ZERO Flip is reminiscent of a clamshell. The top half of the back panel features glass, while the bottom part has a matte finish. You'll also find the hinge with the Infinix branding whenever you close the device. It's relatively firm, so you can't open it easily with one hand. It's a struggle, doable, but feels stiff. Anywho, you can certainly expect the top part to be smudge prone. To remedy this, I made use of the unique cases that come with the device. Yes, there's two separate cases for each half of the phone. This is for the top, and this is for the bottom. Both cases are made of polycarbonate material. Notably, the bottom part has a neat handle that could also be used as a stand when the phone's folded. Moving on, you'll find its cover screen with two sensors and an LED flash protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Users may personalize the screen with one of Infinix's mascots, which is a cute touch. For buttons and ports, you'll find the volume rocker and power button, which doubles as a fingerprint sensor on the right side. At the bottom, there's a SIM card tray, USB Type-C port, and one of the two loudspeakers with the other situated on top. To sum up this segment, the ZERO Flip has a solid build. If I have any concerns in mind, it's mostly about the missing IP rating. In other words, keep this phone away from water. Back to the display where we'll find the 3.64-inch AMOLED cover screen. Going into detail, it caps at a refresh rate of 120Hz and 1100 nits of peak brightness. Suffice it to say, it should enable usage under sunlight. From experience, it's been good for checking up on quick notifs, snapping photos, and playing Jump Up, which is Infinix's little game for the cover screen. Once unfolded, you're greeted with the 6.9-inch foldable AMOLED panel. Similarly, it caps at 120Hz but has a higher peak brightness of 1400 nits. For those concerned about the creases, I'm pleased to mention that it's not as visible as we expected. Both screens produce vibrant colors, deep blacks, and offer an enjoyable viewing experience. This includes streaming videos, scrolling to read, and playing games. In terms of audio output, it's fitted with dual stereo speakers tuned by JBL. While it does excel in clarity, it feels lacking in the bass department. It's not as punchy as I'd like it to be, yet loud enough to work. Biometrics include a side-mounted fingerprint sensor embedded on the power button and facial recognition. Face Unlock works pretty fast, making it seem like I didn't input any security measures at all. So if I just do that, opens pretty fast. For cameras, the ZERO Flip is equipped with three 50-megapixel cameras. This consists of two on the rear and a selfie shooter. As mentioned, you can even use the camera straight from the cover screen if you need to take a quick snap. The cameras are capable of producing sharp images with vivid and true-to-life hues. I've used it for figurine photography, portrait shots, and capturing scenery. It can handle most of what you throw at it. It can even work under low-light environments through its super night mode. Shadows and highlights are adjusted accordingly. Grain is also minimized through post-production. I should also mention that the strap on the case helps me use the ZERO Flip as a camcorder. Well, it also helps that it can shoot 4K resolution at 30 frames with OIS. Heck, even the front camera can shoot 4K videos at 60 frames too. This should be a treat for aspiring content creators should they need it. If you're worried about future-proofing, then we should tell you that the ZERO Flip runs on XOS 14.5 based on Android 14 out of the box. Infinix says that the phone is good up until Android 16 with 3 years of security patches ahead. Users will only find a little bit of bloatware on the device. It isn't as distracting when compared to other smartphones today. Notably though, the GoPro Quick app comes pre-installed. The software skin's interface runs quite smoothly, with no gripes on my end. Features include a smart sidebar, floating window, and a game mode with X Boost when you run a game. There's also a dynamic bar enveloping the punch hole found on the display. It informs you of things like face detection, charging status, and the like. Powering the device is a Dimensity 8020 chipset with 8GB of RAM and 512GB of UFS 3.1 storage. It also comes with virtual memory extension through MEM Fusion, giving users an extra 8GB of RAM when needed. From experience, it can handle games like Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and Pokemon Unite. You can play Pokemon Unite in the highest settings with no issue. While we did try this with Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero, the games warned me of overclocking the device. Surprisingly, it held up pretty well with only a bit of stutter that wasn't game-breaking. For more graphic-intensive titles like Wuthering Waves though, playing at the highest settings can throw off your combos. Sure, it could handle it, but running it at medium with 60 frames feels like the play here. After a while though, it was able to run smoothly with minimal lag. You know what they say, it's easier after your first time. Anyway, I have to mention that the device does heat up a tad bit from its cover screen when gaming. Worry not though, as it won't keep you from touching your device. For those interested, we'll be flashing our synthetic benchmark scores on the device now. Last but certainly not the least, the Infinix ZERO Flip packs a 4720 mAh battery with 70 watt of supercharged support via USB Type-C. This device can last almost an entire day without charging at all. I was able to scroll through social media, take photos and videos, and play games with my time on the device. For charging speed, it takes about 45 minutes to charge up the foldable, up from 20% to 100%. We also took a couple of tests to see how it would fare in other mixed usable variables. In the PC Mark battery test, the Infinix ZERO Flip was able to provide 10 hours and 8 minutes of activity. In a video loop test, it was able to provide 13 hours and 20 minutes of playback. This was conducted by running a 1080p video with 50% brightness, volume muted, and in airplane mode. And hey, that wraps it up for our review on the Infinix ZERO Flip. It's a great offering under the foldable segment that comes with a relatively affordable price. Speaking of, how much does it cost? The Infinix ZERO Flip retails for 29,999 pesos. At the time of making this video, it's currently available in Shopee for those interested. Considering how much this phone costs, we can vouch that it's a great find as far as first-generation products go. It's got a ton of areas right in our book, such as build quality, an interactive display, and a feature-rich software skin. However, this device should appeal to users who want to explore the flip phones and foldable space, especially if buyers don't want to shell out for the pricier models. So, what do you guys think of the Infinix ZERO Flip? Let us know in the comments below. Plus, if you enjoyed our video, drop a like, subscribe and hit that bell icon for more updates for our content. Also, don't forget to follow us on our socials at Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, or visit yugatech.com to keep up with the latest tech news and reviews. This has been CJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! See you later!